Hey guys, what's up? It's me, AV, back with another audiovisual weekly wrestling review. Now, last week I actually missed making that episode. I was just too busy, guys, but this week I'm on it. And this week we're going to get an episode. I got my top 5 moments, my honorable mentions ready, and my match of the week ready. Now, if you guys are new to the channel and have no idea what I'm talking about, this is what I do on my channel. I watch all of the WWE weeks. I watch Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, 205 Live, and NXT, and whatever pay-per-views or special events are in the middle. I pick my top 5 moments and I list them down here. Basically, it's the week in WWE condensed down into a list of 5. Then at the end of the list, I have my honorable mention stuff that just didn't make the list, but I think should still get a mention, basically. So that's why it's the honorable mention. And at the end, we have the match of the week. If you're looking for a good match this week to basically tie a bow on your WWE week, I'll have it at the end of the show for you. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Audiovisual Weekly Wrestling Review. And coming in at number 5 is a NXT moment. And that moment is when the Velveteen Dream continued to send his message to one, Aleister Black. Now, for those who didn't watch this week's NXT, it was supposed to be Aleister Black versus Lio Rush in a match when it was interrupted by the Dream himself. He proceeded to destroy Rush in the ring and topped it off with a Macho Man style elbow. You guys gotta see that elbow. It was amazing. It gets to number 5 spot because the passion between the two, Aleister Black, the Dutch Destroyer, is undefeated, super intense, super into his character, super over, and the Dream. You could see, the former Patrick Clark, he has really invested himself in this character. He has become this character. Now, I'm not sure about his ring work, but if that elbow is a sign of anything of the things to come that he can do in the ring, that match that they have at TakeOver is going to be incredible. And just the way he taunts Black, he's really, really invested. So at number 5, it will go to the Velveteen Dream. And coming in at number 4 is Callisto re-debuts as a part of the 205 Live roster. Now, I always thought Callisto was a part of the 205 Live roster, kinda, sorta, not really. They just never made it official. But this week on Monday Night Raw, General Manager Kurt Angle made it official. He is now part of that roster, and I'm a bit confused because all the announcers keep saying he may be in line for a title shot. Guys, based off of everything that's happened with Enzo's character, Callisto is the only one who can challenge for the title. Everybody else has been disqualified unless they debut another cruiserweight, maybe Sin Cara or something. But he's the only guy who can challenge for it, and challenge for it he will, because he's the only man who can. And when he came out on Monday Night Raw, he kicked Enzo Amore's ass. And I've been on the kick of seeing Enzo get beat up, and I've been enjoying it lately. So number 4 easily goes to the high-flying Callisto. And in at number 3 this week, Finn Balor meets Sister Abigail? Now, I do that question mark at the end because I guess Bray Wyatt's alter ego will be Sister Abigail, basically his version of Finn Balor's demon. But there's a lot of speculation. Some people are saying it could be Paige re-debuting or a totally new diva debuting. I don't think so, because if they want to keep this between Finn and Bray obviously has to be Sister Abigail. And that'll be interesting to see what Bray does with it, because when I saw Sister Abigail on TV, I was a bit frightened. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't scare easily, but I got creeped out by the image they were giving me of Bray Wyatt. And if that's what they're going for, then it's working. I mean, this rivalry is a bit drawn out. Okay, I take it back. It's super drawn out, guys. But I guess this is their way of keeping it fresh, and I'm assuming this is going to be the final battle. Finn Balor the Demon versus Bray Wyatt, Sister Abigail. And I thought the promo was decent compared to everything else, so I gave it the number 3 spot this week. So at number 3, Finn Balor meets Sister Abigail. And coming in at number 2 this week is Kevin Owens attacks Shane McMahon. After weeks of taunting each other, Kevin Owens and Shane McMahon finally came to blow on this week's SmackDown Live. Now, this rivalry I enjoy so much because the way Kevin Owens beats people down, and I enjoyed the beatdown he gave Shane McMahon and also the beatdown he gave Vince McMahon. They look brutal, they look visceral, they look real. So when I saw this one, they put him through the table, the super kick. I feel like Kevin Owens is really going for this over the edge, different Kevin Owens character, and the beatdown he gave Shane McMahon showed it. So if this is a sign of things to come for their Hell in the Cell match, that match is going to be incredible. And honestly, Shane McMahon has been surprising me lately. When they announced AJ Styles Shane McMahon for WrestleMania, I was one of those guys. I was like, no, fuck that. That match is gonna fucking suck. You're wasting AJ Styles. And I saw the match and I was like, that was pretty fucking good. That was super good. So after seeing that, I have a lot more faith in Shane O'Mac. So in at number 2 this week is Kevin Owens attacking Shane McMahon. And coming in at number 1 this week is the big one, the thing everyone's buzzing about, the thing everyone is excited for. Yes, it looks like we are going to get a Shield reunion. Now, in this week's Monday Night Raw, it was The Miz versus Roman Reigns for the IC title. And Roman Reigns, before the match started, took out The Miz Taraj, leaving The Miz all alone. But who came to help The Miz later on? One Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins hating tag team of Cesaro and Sheamus. Then they proceed to help The Miz destroy Roman Reigns and give him the Shield's signature triple powerbomb. And they did the Shield fist bump thingy at the end. Now later on in the night, it showed Roman Reigns injured in the locker room when Dean Ambrose showed up. And then Seth Rollins showed up. They looked at each other and seemingly gave the audience the idea that they're coming back together. Now, there's some TLC posters flying around showing them together, so it's not really a rumor. We are getting the Shield. So in at number 1, guys, the Shield is back. So that's it for this week's list, guys. We are now moving on to our honorable mentions, the HM trophies, as I like to call them. And we got a couple of trophies to hand out this week. The first one going to Drew Gulak and his PowerPoint presentations. I love it. It's such a great heel gimmick. I know some people get super annoyed by it, but I love it. I think it's super entertaining. Keep doing what you're doing, Drew Gulak. And the next HM trophy will go to the Undisputed Era, specifically when the Undisputed Era spoke to Roderick Strong after his match with Drew McIntyre. What does this mean for the Undisputed Era? What does this mean for Roderick Strong? Will he be joining the faction? Maybe. I think he'd be a good fit. And finally, the last HM trophy will go to Baron Corbin's new theme, I Bring the Darkness. End of Days. I cannot stop listening to it, guys. Check it out. It's available on iTunes. It's a kick-ass track. Listen to it. And now we've reached the end of the show, the final part of the show, the match of the week. And the match of the week will go to Roderick Strong versus Drew McIntyre for the NXT Championship on this week's NXT. Amazing match, hard hitting, everything you ever wanted. You're looking for a good match this week? This is the one. Congratulations to Roderick Strong and Drew McIntyre, match of the week. So that's it for this week's episode, guys. As always, thank you very much for watching, and please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and you can leave me some comments and questions down below, or you can leave those questions and comments on my Twitter. You can follow me at J1Phenomenal. But that's it, guys. Until next week, for DJ Sully, I'm AV. Thank you for watching. This was the Audio Visual Wrestling Review. Thanks.